Welcome to The Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're embarking on a pretty fascinating mission. Together, we're going to demystify one of the absolute core building blocks of the English language, the verb to be. And we'll look at exactly how we pair it with adjectives to really vibrantly describe the world around us. Whether you're just fine-tuning your grammar or you're someone who just loves understanding the structural elegance of language, you are completely in the right place. We're going to break this all down step by step so you can lock in that understanding for good.
Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, describing yourself and others. Number 2, asking yes or no questions. Number 3, the power of how. And finally, number 4, asking about the world. Let's just dive right in.
Okay, part 1, describing yourself and others, building that foundation.
Look, the ability to state basic facts about ourselves and the people around us, that is our ultimate grammatical foundation. It's like the bedrock. Notice how the pronouns group naturally with their matching verbs and adjectives here. In that first row, we've got the personal I am, branching out to descriptors like tall, short, or kind. Then shifting down to he, she, or it is, which attaches to adjectives like old, fat, or bald. And finally, you, we, or they are linking up to smart, strong, or fast. I want you to actively practice this rhythm with me in your head right now. Just link those pronouns to their adjectives. Try it. He's old, he's fat, he's bald. She's tall, she's old, she's kind. You can really feel how the verb to be acts as this crucial bridge connecting the subject to its descriptor. You can even use it for objects, like saying a laptop is original, strong, or fast.
Now, what's really interesting is this specific quote from the source material. We're smart, but we don't use our intelligence. I absolutely love this because it's a slightly humorous, deeply relatable human moment. It perfectly highlights how we don't just use adjectives for physical traits like being tall or short, we use them to describe our real-life quirks and, frankly, our human contradictions. It completely grounds this grammar lesson in everyday reality.
All right, moving on to section 2, asking yes or no questions by flipping the script. So, we've mastered confidently stating facts, right? But human nature is totally built on curiosity. We don't just state facts, we need to question them. And the crucial point is captured beautifully right here. We start with the statement, he is smart. That's our solid foundation. But to turn it into a yes or no question, you simply invert the subject and the verb to be. He is instantly transforms into is he. It's an elegant, almost mathematical operation that literally changes the entire function of the sentence.
Let's lock in that grammatical rhythm with some rapid-fire practice based on our source. Try sounding these out with me. Am I old? Are you bald? Is she tall? Is it fast? The source material actually repeats this energetically, almost musically really, to train the ear. Like, are you bald? Bald, bald, bald. Or, is he smart? Is he, is he, is he? This kind of repetition isn't just for show, by the way. It is an incredibly effective way to make the structure become second nature. You are quite literally rewiring your brain to instantly recognize that verb, then subject pattern of a question.
Which brings us to section 3, the power of how, measuring the extent.
Okay, simple yes or no questions are great, but let's be honest, they're incredibly limiting. If someone asks, is it expensive, just knowing yes or no often isn't enough, is it? If we need to know exactly how much, we use this new formula, how plus an adjective. This is the ultimate tool used to ask about the extent, degree, or measurement of something. By just combining these two simple words, you completely unlock the ability to ask about age, distance, price, quality, and essentially any measurable trait in the world. It's a real game changer.
Let's break down the exact scaffolding blocks to construct these inquiries. It's a super simple 3-step process. Step 1, start with the word how. Step 2, add your adjective of choice. So for example, old or tall. And step 3, add that flip to be verb and subject combination we just learned. So putting it all together, you get classic essential examples like how old are you? Or how tall is your friend? Or how old is he? You're basically taking the basic building blocks and snapping them together to create highly specific, powerful questions.
Let's put this into practice in section 4, asking about the world. Let's see how this builds when we start interrogating the everyday world around us. Actually, let me ask you a highly practical question right now. How far is your house? Think about how insanely useful this structure is. By pairing how with the adjective far and then adding is your house, we are perfectly equipped to measure distance. It's a question you'll use constantly in everyday conversation.
Or consider this one. How expensive is your phone? We can kind of playfully lean into the anxiety of a modern, expensive purchase here, right? but the formula handles cost and value absolutely effortlessly. Expensive is the adjective, and by dropping it right after how, boom, you immediately shift the conversation to finances and value.
But hey, it's not all just numbers, distance, and money. Consider this grand, really expressive question from the source text. How beautiful is our country? This showcases the true emotional and descriptive range this grammatical structure unlocks. You aren't just asking for hard data anymore. You're inviting someone to express appreciation, pride, and rich descriptive imagery.
It can also be very personal and direct. How strong are you? This challenges the listener directly with a question about their physical attributes. And again, it follows the exact same logical rules. How, plus the adjective strong, plus the inverted verb and subject, are you?
We can even use it to question our sensory experiences. How delicious is the food? Or perhaps, how sweet is the fruit? Whether you're sitting down for a wonderful meal or biting into something fresh, this one simple grammatical tool allows you to measure and communicate that subjective sensory experience with everyone else at the table.
And that brings us to one final provocative thought. A question derived straight from the source's sign-off, which honestly perfectly summarizes our grammatical journey today while asking for your direct feedback. So tell me, how clear is the lesson? Is it clear? Is it very clear? We've journeyed all the way from basic statements to yes-no inversions and finally to complex measurements of degree. So apply the formula one last time to your own understanding today. Think about your answer, and above all, keep exploring the incredible architecture of language. Until next time, keep learning.